Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be giving you a little tour of our Stranded Deep island. Now, we have done a lot of stuff into this island, and we have played this for a very long time. Actually, it is on the 60th day right now, and we are going to be giving you a tour. So, let's start off by showing you this awesome, huge boat that we have going on here.
It's an investment. We're going to step in here as well on the tour. I'm going to be doing a lot of the filming because Training Cake needs some new equipment. But I'm going to be chiming in here to speak as well with Training Cake, do this whole tour of everything, because we do have two separate builds on this. One's his, one is mine, but we do share this island. And speaking of the devil, there's the day 60 marker on there, guys, so you know it's not fake. Pretty cool. This is my longest online world for sure. I would say that.
A few moments later.
Alright, so this boat has actually got us through a lot of stuff. We've actually beaten a boss on it, and we've done a lot of stuff. If you walk on here, you can see we have an engine, as you could have saw within the intro. We have an anchor, we have a pedal and all that cool stuff. We have a lantern, which is pretty cool. This thing turns on at night, so we can see where we're going.
Yeah, we got two lanterns on each side to illuminate all the water. It's really nice. Then we got plenty of these containers right here. We got 12 containers on here. We do have one of these pretty much just for our personal use, so we do keep these 3 to ourselves for the boat and all the things we need for our traveling. But then we do have another 9 of these just for storage. So when we go to look at materials off islands, it really helps. We can scalp pretty much the whole island of its materials, and it really does come in handy when we're going island hopping.
And it's also helpful to bring stuff to islands, like supplies, like...
Are you thirsty, big fella?
Don't worry about that. We are going to now check out the awesome dock. When we walk down here, there's 2 things that you can see. Once you walk up here, you're going to turn to the right, and you're going to see a fuel still collector. That's right, everyone. We make our own fuel here. We don't go around finding a bunch of fuel. We make it ourselves. But for right now, we have the fuel full right now. It's actually full, and we have an extra just in case on this side. So, if you ever need an extra thing of gas, we have it going. And over here, we have some storage that we keep here for like extra stuff. Maybe some things for the fuel, maybe some potatoes that we harvested. And if you turn to the left, you can actually see the gyrocopter that takes this fuel. We also put this fuel inside the boat, which guides us around a lot of places. But this is a really cool little flex that we have going on in this island. We have a bunch of parts that we put into this, and it actually flies.
Yeah. And like Training Cake said, it's definitely a flex. It's not very great for island hopping or anything like that. You can't take anything material-wise with you. It's cool to like get some aerial shots of your island to see where you're at, you know. And obviously we're really close to the main story mission. We're not going to spoil what that is over there. We're really close to that big thing over there. So that's cool to fly back and forth with as well if you have, a full inventory of things you might need for the story mission. But other than that, if you don't need to, it's definitely a luxury item. It's definitely nothing special to have. Just want to throw that out there. It's very cool, though, I will admit, but it's definitely a novelty item.
You do not need this for the story. So we're gonna walk over here. We're gonna walk over here, and we're gonna see a bunch of potatoes that we are growing right now. We use this for the fuel system that we have going on over there. And yeah, I think that's a cool touch.
This is like our pretty much just our main dock area, our main shipping. It's like almost based off like a shipping container or a shipyard kind of thing, with our main ship and then all our storage and all our fuel and all our resources are just pretty much in one area. You got your crops and everything. Pretty much a self-contained little docking system. Pretty cool.
Moving on, we are going to look at these PP plants or pai, whatever you want to say, and some yucca tree plants. So we can use this for the materials, and it looks like they're actually grown right now. So once we get them grown, we cut them off, and we get some fibrous leaves and some PP plants to make some antidotes with. These are a really nice thing to have when you're starting out your own island, because if you ever fall short of needing an antidote, these PP plants, they come very handy whenever you're dying of poisoning from like a rattlesnake or whatever.
Yeah,
Snake,
it's
whatever.
definitely a must-have if you're gonna have anything, because once you explore these islands, you're gonna accidentally step on a snake, or you're gonna accidentally step on one of those purple starfish, and you're gonna become poisoned. and then you're not going to be able to heal completely. So if you only have 3 or 4 bars of health because you got into a fight with, you know, a boar or possibly one of those giant crabs, then you're going to be in some trouble, because that's going to be your maximum health, whatever you left off with, even if you have full resources. So that's definitely something you're going to want to get, you know, so you can have the antidote plants or the antidote drinks. You're definitely going to need those. And then of course you want to, I think these steel girders, I think they hold the most water. Obviously we're a little low, we just went on a nice long trip to explore and get some resources, so these are a little low on water, but you know, don't worry about that. But yeah, I think they hold the most water as well. That's kind of why we want those. And then obviously you need the yucca trees. You're gonna need fibrous leaves for everything I could think of, so definitely want to have plenty of those on hand. So we got about, I don't know, about 18 to 22 at a time per harvest, which is pretty nice. And then of course we also have about 25 that spawn on this island itself, so we have a nice collection of fibrous leaves.
Alright, moving on. Here is our water still collector, which actually I am dying of dehydration, so I'm going to take a little drink. Alright, I'm good now. And yeah, this is where we get our water. Actually, this is Investinwool's water still collector place. This used to be mine on this side, and yeah, Investinwool took it for himself. And I come over here and drink it all, and then he gets mad at me. But mine is on the other side.
I mean, even though these are mine, as you can see, look, he just cleared them out. And then guess who filled them up? Oh, there's actually some water in here, so I'll give you a break. Oh, and I probably should drink some of that myself. And yeah, that's good enough for this video. But yeah, so yeah, definitely one of our inside jokes is that Journey Cake always takes all my water. So yeah, that's true.
If you come over here, you can actually see a little storage area that we have going on, or a little place where we make stuff and where we store like logs and stuff. Here's where we store our leather and our cloth. We don't have cloth right now, so that's why you can't really see any of it, but we will have cloth soon. This is where we make the cloth, the loom, and this tanning rack is where we get the leather. And over here are a bunch of wood trunks, and things that we found from other islands. This is a plank station that we use for the planks. Why do we use this?
Pretty much, you want a plank station that's going to help you create all the planks, and certain, you know, furnitures and shelves and things like that require planks. But if, you know, you're using it for building aesthetics, it is exactly that. It's going to be aesthetics only. So there's not, I don't think there's any difference in strength. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. We're not 100% sure, but like, I'm pretty sure it's just the way it looks is why, you know, you would choose a plank, you know, floor instead of a wooden floor or a corrugated steel floor or something like that, or platform. It's just the way they look. So if I'm wrong, you know, correct me in the comments. But yeah, so plank stations are pretty much just furniture in my opinion, and aesthetics and all that good stuff.
Just like the gyrocopter, but or the gyrocopter, whichever way you say it. Alright, so let's move on to the next thing, which is our first ever shelter that we made on this island. This is actually the first ever shelter that we made, and it actually has a funny story behind it. So when we arrived here for the first time, there was 2 things, a boar and 2 crabs. So Investinwool and me got here, and we did not know that there was that many things on the island. So we got here, and then Investinwool, because he did not have any weapons, tried to fight all of the things on there, and then somehow died. And then I was stuck on the island with no help and no weapons. So what we had to do, or what I had to do, was run around the island and find a bunch of small little palm trees that had the fibrous leaves in them. So I had to find all those, make some bandages, and help Investinwool. And then we had to make this thing, this little shelter. So that's why you see this here, and that's a good reminder of how to not play a game. But anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, awesome. So now we got the, you know, the meat smoker and the campfire. Really good addition. That's going to help you keep all your meat preserved for a lot longer. If you don't, you know, smoke the meat, then you're going to have this normal cooked meat, and that's going to spoil, I think, 1 or 2 days. It's way faster than a, you know, smoked meat. I think spoils in like a week or something. It will eventually spoil that. I think it will eventually spoil, but if not, I might be wrong. But yeah, that's why you definitely want to have one of these on your island. So that's a must-have. One will be fine. I think Journey Cake also has one, but you only really need one if it's, you know, you're doing a solo play, or if you know, we had one for the longest time. So anyways, Got the meat smoker here.
Yeah.
Oh, day 61. This has been a whole day in this tour, guys. So, fun fact. Got some miscellaneous material over here. You know, you got our planks and our corrugated steel pile. Just a few little storage areas. Those are pretty ugly, so we keep them out of the way. We try to keep all our meat and everything over here. And then we have a little thing, a little joke. We have the meat locker. It's empty now because we went on a journey, but that's a little funny joke, our little meat locker right there. But yeah, let's go check out the first house, which is my house, and we'll let Journey Cake go ahead and take over the camera controls, and I'll give you guys a quick tour of my tiki hut. Alright, so this is my tiki hut. So welcome to my crib, or my island crib, or my tropical oasis, whatever you want to call it. We got the corrugated door up there just to add to the aesthetic, but I really wanted to keep this more of like a tiki hut, so it's not nothing special. I don't have plank floors or anything cool like that. Pretty basic inside. I got my sleeping bag, which is something you're gonna want to have. We also have one for the boat out there, so that's something cool that you use for traveling. But yeah, you definitely want to have a sleeping bag. It's really just an aesthetic thing. It makes you look cooler, and you can also save there and sleep and save, all that good stuff. If you don't want to have your traditional shelter over there. But yeah, we did that. And then we got some shelves over here, and this is just some miscellaneous items we found while exploring, and I just had a bunch, so I threw on this shelf right here. Duct tape, you got your label maker, which you can't use online, which is not that great. Can't use a label maker online. You got our duct tape, got our flashlights, of course, they call it a torch. We got a few of those, because sometimes you do lose them in the heat of battle, so I've actually lost a few, so got a nice little, got two more to back up, a couple spy glasses or binoculars, and a bunch, over here we got a bunch of flare guns and 2 compasses, but I found a lot of flare guns. Not really sure what the purpose is of these. Yeah, we got a bunch of flare guns and some compasses. But yeah, let's put some, when I was talking about the plank shelves and all, this is one of those. This is one use of a plank. If anyone wants to know, you're gonna need the plank for these. And if you want to make these storage containers right here, you're also gonna need some planks. So that's something to keep in mind if you want to know why you would need a plank station. Pretty much, unless you want to use plank flooring and platforms and walls, you're gonna need a plank. You're going to need planks just for these 2 things right here. So that's a nice little example. Got some inside storage, different things for each one. Hammers and stuff like that, equipment. Nothing in that one yet. And I guess I have nothing in that one either. Yeah, so we've cleaned out a lot of this stuff. We use a lot of it also for the story missions, if you know, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Besides, the last thing I have is our new trophy we just got from slaying this giant eel. I think it was the Abaya, whatever you wanna, how you pronounce it. I'm sure I'm butchering that, so correct me if I'm wrong. But it's pretty big. I mean, if you look at Journey Cake in comparison to his character, it was massive. But it wasn't too hard to kill. It just took a lot of did take a lot of arrows and a lot of spears. God damn, can you get out of the fucking head? Yeah, so that's that. That took a lot to kill, but it's not the hardest. Hopefully we'll see. We haven't fought the other bosses yet, Journey Cake, so we'll see. We'll compare them towards the end. But yeah. So that's pretty much my tiki. Check it out. We'll do a little bit of stock footage here, Journey Cake, and let them check it out.
Alright, so moving on with the tour, we are going to check out my side of the island. Over here, you can see a beautiful little hut, which you could say is a nice home. So when you walk in, you're going to actually see a lot of disorganized boxes and all that kind of stuff. But don't worry about that. I gotta fix that later. If you look over here,
We have a plank station.
If you look over here, I have Wally and my old axe that I had. My first ever old axe that I've ever had. This is the first ever axe I've ever made, and I thought it was a cool idea to just put it on the shelf. If you walk over here, there's a torch on the ground. Don't worry about that. There's a sleeping bag and a light hook and a petrified snake, which doesn't look that great.
Once I do next to your bed, Journey Cake.
Don't worry about that. We can just put that on the side, okay? But anyways, right here, we got my disorganized little boxes. And just like in Vestival, I have a cool trophy also. the Abaya Trophy. I think that's how you say it. Me and Investor will butcher that name. But as you can see, it's raining. That's great. But out here is my little balcony. It's a nice little touch, I think, to my house. And if you're lucky, you might be able to get the torch working, which looks pretty nice at night, but I can't really get it to work right now. So we can work with what we have. If you walk over here, walk down the stairs, you can see that I have a meat smoker as well. But I do not have a meat locker, so I just eat it. So, we have a water collector because Investimal was mad at me for drinking all of his water, which is not a big deal, I think, in my opinion, but he gets mad over it. So I got my own on this side of the island.
And look,
So-
guys, it's empty, and it's empty. So there's never anything in. That's why he's always using my water, guys. Just so you know, this is proof. Everybody see this. This is why he's always stealing my resources, because he has none.
Also, the fact that I have no leaves anywhere. Also,
Oh, look. No wood in your campfire either.
Oh, what?
Kenny Cake.
I
Looks
have
like
no
you're a little
wood.
strapped for material over here.
well, the last time I checked, you were the last one who was eating from my meat smoker, so that's not my fault. Alright, we gotta move on now. If you walk over here, here's my little storage area. This is where I put all my storage, all of my stuff right in this little cubby hole. And I put everything there, including sticks and trunks. But right now I'm running low on supplies, so I have nothing there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my side of the island, and I think it's pretty nice. I think it's a really nice looking house, and yeah, I really like it. But anyways, that's gonna conclude the tour of this island. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like these. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.